But yeah, the power of forgiveness is so, it's amazing. Like, I was just sitting here talking to myself, literally, like, you know, just thinking about, I want to talk to my sister because me and her is kind of in the same situation in life right now, and I'm slowly overcoming it, and I just want her to overcome it as well. Like, the knowledge that I've been, you know, granted, I want to share with her. But what I'm talking about is forgiveness. Like, you know, we got this mentality where when people do stuff to us, you know, and I feel like not just me and her, but, you know, people in the world, when people do stuff to us in the world, we tend to react to it. You know what I'm saying? We start to live in our flesh and start to, you know, okay, you did this to me, so now I'm gonna do this to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, say for instance, a person make you late for work, you respond by, okay, you made me late for work, so I'm gonna make you late for work. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you block your blessings, because even though they made you late for work, you could still go out your way to try to make them get to work on time. You know what I'm saying? Because God, at the end of the day, God is not looking at, you know, it's not your responsibility to make them pay. You know what I'm saying? That's not your place. God will handle it. God, you will block your blessings by reacting to things in the flesh. You know what I'm saying? Continue to be you. You know, if somebody make you late for work, still do the right thing. When it's time for them to go to work, disregard that and still try to get them to work on time, because you know that's the right thing to do. You know, and the way me and my sister respond to a lot of things, and it's crazy. You know, you made me late for work, now I'm gonna make you late for work, or I'm not even gonna take you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that, I've been living like that for so long, and I just recently realized it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just recently realized that that's wrong. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, God forgave all of us. And we all have done messed up stuff in this lifetime. Like, we all got skeletons. We all have said things to people. We all have done things to people that nobody else knows about. We all have, you know, engaged in things that nobody else knows about. And God, we're still walking around this earth like we good out here, you know? And we not, because God is continuously, every single day we sinning, and God is continuously forgiving us. We still living, ain't we? You know what I'm saying? And we won't even forgive someone else. You know, God is continuously forgiving us and giving us chances. But when people do stuff to us, petty stuff, we won't forgive them. We hold on to it and hate them forever, you know? And even though people do really messed up stuff, it doesn't compare to how God, if God can forgive us for the things that we've done, we can forgive people for the things that they've done. You know, don't block your blessings. And I just made a video about this same topic, but I'm really about to dive deep into forgiveness. Like, I really want to learn more about it. Like, you know, people use that word so much, and I never really, you know, paid attention to it. Like, I'm like, okay, forgive a person, meaning, okay, if they do something to you and you say, okay, I forgive you, you know, it's basically like, okay, I accept your apology. That's how I took forgiveness, but it's not as deep. It's way deeper than that, you know. Like, I'm just so blessed, though. Like, I just feel so blessed to have, you know, and I pray this prayer all the time. I be like, God, please grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I pray that prayer so much. When I was praying that prayer, I prayed it because it was one of the easiest prayers. And, you know, I prayed it because I really wanted, you know, him to do those things. But it's like, God, please grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change. You know, grant me the peace of mind, basically, to accept the things that I can't change. Give me the strength to accept the things that I can't change. Give me the courage to change the things that I can. You know, because once you realize that you need to forgive a person, and you start on that journey to, okay, some people want to forgive, but they don't have the courage. They don't have the courage, basically, to do it. They want to, but they too weak. They don't have the courage to walk up to that person and apologize and forgive them and talk about certain things, you know. They just rather, you know, not talk to them no more and stuff like that. Like, that was who I was. Like, instead of me apologizing to you and trying to fix things and work, I'd rather walk away from you and never talk to you again. That's how bad it was to the I'm not forgiving. Like, I was a very unforgiving person. Like, we ain't gotta never talk again. And that's wrong. Like, I be seeing quotes on Instagram, you know, when I have my Facebook, you know what I'm saying? And people would be like, you can stay mad all you want to. I ain't gotta never talk to you a day in my life. And people really glorify that quote. You know, and I probably shared it. Like, really, I could do that. I really could. I haven't talked to my dad. Today is September 21st. Oh, man. It's me and my fiance's anniversary. Wow. You know, we started talking January 21st, 2K17. It's September 21st. 2K18, but we every day on this month, we, you know, it's a month closer to, you know. But anyways, damn, like, that's crazy. But that's a whole nother story time. But yeah, like, you know, people don't have the courage to do that. They don't have the courage to walk up to a person and apologize. You know, we was glorifying the fact that I ain't gonna never talk to you again, and that's wrong. Like, even though you're not talking to that person again, that shit is still in your closet. You know, that's what skeletons and shit in your closet. It's still in your closet. You need to address the situation, forgive them, talk it out, hug them, and then you ain't gotta talk to them no more. But you need to do that. That's, you know what I'm saying? Because, and I seen something, I used to watch, you know, people who say they died and came back, they went to heaven and came back. One of the videos I watched, it was like, the man said, you know, everybody was getting judged. It was Judgment Day. Everybody was getting judged, and he could see through the people. They was like transparent, I guess, or translucent, whatever, clear. And he said everybody had seeds in their heart, you know, and the seeds was people who they didn't forgive. You know, they died before they had a chance to forgive these people, you know, and stuff like that. And when you leave this earth, and say, for instance, you and your mom didn't get along in this lifetime. You and your dad didn't get along. You know, you and your sisters beef for a long time. Y'all stopped talking for years. You know, you cursed your grandma out when you was a kid, stole money, whatever. And you die. And you never get the chance to apologize and just get back on a good side, and y'all get back on good terms. Even if it's not speaking terms, you didn't get a chance to get that sorry out. You know what I'm saying? You died with people still looking at you that way. Like, and he was like, you know, the people who had seeds in their heart was going to hell. You know, because I can't, you know, I don't really remember everything about the video, but I remember he said, you know, don't die with seeds in your heart, basically. You know, get all that stuff out while you still, that's when people say, you still got breath in your body, do it. You know, don't wait till the last minute, because we're not even guaranteed tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I'm making this video today, anything could happen. You know what I mean? And none of us are guaranteed tomorrow at all. So, you know, just take that into it. Just take that into consideration. And now that I'm on this journey, just learning more about forgiveness and that you need to forgive people, it all makes sense. And I'm like, dang, you know. But I'm 22. Like, I learned. I feel like kind of. I hope I still got my whole life ahead of me. But I learned that forgiveness is important at this age. You know what I'm saying? I can teach my daughter that. Like, you know, what if I hadn't learned that until like I was 30, 40 years old, 50? You know what I'm saying? I would have raised her to be an unforgiving person. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause kids follow in your footsteps in a lot of different attributes. So I'm going to start instilling that into her. Like, you know, when people do stuff. But one thing about kids, they are forgiving. You know, at a very young age, they are very forgiving people. Like, you could beat them. And, you know, they'll forgive you. I don't know. Yeah, because when you're a kid, you get your ass beat. You still love your mom. You forgive her. You still love her, and y'all move. Now, you 16 years old, 17 years old, and you and your mom get into it, and she smacked the hell out of you, beat the hell out of you. You may hold on to that at that age. You may hold on to that for a long time. You know what I mean? And that's something I just figured out at this very moment. Like, just comparing that. Like, when you're a kid, you are very forgiving. I don't know. Maybe because you haven't been through a lot of stuff. I don't know. But, I can teach her that. That's something that I'm learning about, that I can now understand. And that's one of the I feel like that's one of the key things to life. Like, forgiveness. Just forgiveness itself. Like, doing that would just... it will make you a much happier person in life, I feel like. Because when you don't forgive people, you're just adding up all the fucked up shit they did to you. And they don't even know it. They don't even know that you still have what they did to you last year on your mind. Y'all might get into an argument today. And you not only looking at the arguments y'all got into today, but you counting all the shit they did up until today. Plus... because what they did today, you think about what they could do in the future. You know what I'm saying? And they just thinking about today. They just thinking that y'all arguing about the situation today. You heated. I'm talking about you ready to knock their head off, and they don't understand why. They saying, like, this situation that we're going through right now, it ain't that big. Why you know what I'm saying? And it's because you haven't forgiven them for the things that they've done in the past. But they don't know that. You know what I mean? That's another thing. Like you may be mad at a person. Because everybody is going through their own issues. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their own issues in their life. You may just catch a person while they going through something in their own personal life, and they may act a certain way towards you because they're going through something. And because they act a certain way towards you, you're just thinking, oh, well, you just being nasty to me. Now you're mad at them. You hella mad at them. And then they don't even know why. You know what I'm saying? The reason they was acting that way towards you had nothing really to do with you. You just so happened to be around them at the time and caught the backlash of what they was going through in their life. So meanwhile, they going about their day not thinking that they caught... and they was mad at that moment. So they don't even realize that they was being nasty to you. They don't even realize the things they was saying to you could have offended you because they was mad at somebody else at the moment. And they going about their day, probably still mad at the other person, but has no issues with you. And they thinking, and they call you the next day, and you know what I'm saying? You holding a grudge against them. You don't even want to talk, and they don't understand why. So now they thinking that you just being nasty to them. Now it's this invisible beef that now when y'all know where it came from, y'all just thinking that the other person just started acting funny out of nowhere when people go through stuff in their own life. You know what I'm saying? So when a person acting a certain way towards you, don't always take it personal. Like, oh, you just being that. They may have just, you know what I'm saying, got cheated on or something. And then you was around them when it happened. And then you asked them a question. And they was like, don't worry about me in my life. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. You ain't got to ever do nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what they going through for them to respond that way. So don't always take things personal. Sometimes that may not be the case, though. Sometimes people may just be nasty, But still, it's not your place to judge them. It's not your place to punish them for that. Because by you punishing them, and you can punish people. Like, you can punish people. Like I said in the beginning, if somebody make you late for work, you could respond by deliberately waiting until it's time for them to go to work and taking your precious little time, and now they late for work and they end up getting fired. You know what I'm saying? Say, for instance, they made you late for work and you got fired. Now you take your time and now they get fired. Yeah, you punish them, but you try to put yourself in God's place. But you really put yourself in the devil's place. Because you don't do that. That's not what you do. That's not how you handle the situation. God will handle it when the time comes, And, you block your blessings like that. And I feel like that's why I haven't excelled in my life the way I want to. Because I've had that mentality for so long. Like, just being unforgiving. Like, and I'm a very talented person. Like, I know how to I can do hair. I know how to do nails. I know how to... I had so many bright ideas. I like how to make jewelry. I know how to draw. I got a beautiful daughter. A healthy, beautiful daughter. I'm healthy. And it's like, why can't I get nowhere in life? Why is my life so hard? Why do I have to keep starting over in life? And it's because God kept putting me in situations where he wanted me to be forgiving. You know, he wanted me to forgive people who've hurt me, and I wasn't willing to. So instead of me forgiving people, I would just move. I lived in Virginia, and you know, it's a couple people in Virginia I should have forgiven. I didn't want to forgive them. I'd rather just get away from them. You know, I would have rather just get away from them and never talk to them again. I moved to New York. You know, I lived with my grandma, and me and her didn't get along. You know what I'm saying? And I was, you know, all these situations, I was really wrong. I wasn't willing to put myself in the other person's shoes because I was so mad at them and what they had done to me. You know, I wasn't willing to put myself in their shoes to look at life from their perspective. You know what I mean? I wasn't willing to do it. So, and I wasn't willing to forgive them. So I would leave. I left my grandma's house. You know what I mean? And they helped me. These are the people that I'm not forgiving, and the people who I'm walking away from and never wanting to talk to again was people who was helping me. Had it not been for them, you know, I don't know, you know, and I wasn't willing to forgive these people. Isn't that crazy? I moved from with my grandma, moved in with my fiance. Me and him was getting into it. I was on the breaking point of, and I talked to my mom one day and it just clicked. You know, my mom told me this. She said, we was talking. She asked me, was I going to my sister's wedding? And I said, no, I'm not going to her wedding because she didn't come to my graduation. She didn't come to my baby shower, you know. And my mom said, don't worry about what she did. Don't worry about what she didn't do. You know what I'm saying? All you have to worry about is you doing the right thing. Don't block your blessings don't let what she did or what she don't do change you as a person. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how you block your blessings. You know, so just go to her wedding, you know, and be there, support her. You continue to be you and do the right thing, because God knows that. God knows that you're doing the right thing. She'll get what's coming to her in her own time, in due time, whatever. But don't let it change you. And when she said that, we talked more. I hung up the phone and my life had changed. You know, I see it all the time. I hear that saying all the time. I even said it in a previous video before this one. I was talking about that in a certain way. And I wasn't practicing what I was preaching. But when she said that, it really stuck. It really clicked. And I was just like, whoa. My life was changed from that point forward. You know, and yeah, like, you just cannot let people change who you are. You know, people may do you so dirty to the point where you get heartless. Like, I don't care. I don't care about nobody. You know, everybody that did me wrong. You know how much people that did me wrong in this lifetime? You think I got my feelings? My heart is cold. It's brick. Don't be like that. Still have a good heart. Still be willing to give your last. Still be willing to give the clothes off your back. Still be willing to help people out in need. You know what I'm saying? The worst people of the worst. Still be willing. That's what you're here for. You're not here to, oh, you deserve hell. You deserve this. You deserve that. Because none of us are perfect. We're all human. You know, and forgiveness is a lifelong journey. You know, it doesn't just, I mean, yeah, when you understand it, it clicks, but you still need courage. Because even though you may know that you need to forgive a person, even though you may know that you need to apologize to the person, the second step is mustering up I think that's the word, or coming up with the courage to do so. You know, because some people, they may know that they need to apologize to someone for years, and they wait till the last minute, and now it's too late. And I want to go into that. I wonder what happens when you, in your heart, you want to forgive someone, but you don't do it in time, and something happens to either one of y'all and you can't do it. What happens then? Does God still look at the fact that you understood and you wanted to forgive, or does he look at, but you still didn't do it? You know, so I don't know, but he probably look at the fact that you still, I don't know. I ain't even gonna speak on that, but, you know, I need to talk to my mom, and I need to forgive her for a lot of things and apologize for a lot of things. You know, first, I think when you forgiving somebody, first you have to realize where you went wrong at in the situation. You know, because sometimes people do stuff to us and we respond in such a bad way that we don't even think the way we respond is bad based on what they did to us. And we like, okay, yeah, I did that to her, but you know what she did it don't matter what she did to you. What did you do to her? Was that what you were supposed to do? Is that a good way to respond to anybody? Yeah, it's a good way to respond. If you would have knew what she would have did to me, you would respond the same way. No, that does not matter at the end of the day, because you didn't have to respond that way. You know that, right? Like, you didn't have to respond that way. It's not because you're looking at how everyone else would look at you if you don't respond that way. Like, a person cut you off in traffic and you say, God bless you, I hope you have a good day. The person in the passenger seat of your car gonna be like, girl, hit his ass, you know? And that's, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes when people do stuff to us, we respond based on what we think the world, based on what should happen in the situation, or what most people would do in that situation. Because sometimes people do stuff to us and we don't even want to respond bad, but people like, you gonna let her do that to you? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even that big of a deal to you, or it might have been that big of a deal to you, but you may have already understood forgiveness, but the person beside you may not understand forgiveness, so they pressure you into reacting a certain way because that's the way the world reacts to things. Like I said, a person cut you off in traffic. The world's reaction, most people would beep the horn or hit his ass or, you know, something like that. But that's not the way to respond. You know what I mean? You can still choose to say, God bless you. And you can still choose to pray for that person in their journey to wherever they're going. God, I pray that they get there safe and sound to wherever they're going. They speeding fast as hell. But I pray that they get to wherever they're going safe and sound. All of that is a decision. You can decide to flick them off, stick your middle finger up, or you can decide to say, God bless them, and I pray for their safety on their journey to work. It's all a decision. And based on, and that's what they say, every decision you make counts. Every decision, every step you make counts. Because based on whatever decision you make in that split second, when they do that to you, it's a domino effect. Say, for instance, you say, God bless you, I hope you get to work safe. You know, and you going about your journey to work, you know, or you can hit them. Or you can press on brakes real hard, distract another driver beside you. They may swerve, you know what I'm saying, hit a railing, come back, hit you, you flip. You know, that decision you make has a huge domino effect. The smallest decisions that you make have the biggest domino effect. Like, it's just, you know, everything's a decision. Deciding, and what I was like really angry. I used to be really angry every day. When you don't like a person or you don't like stuff about them, you can't even laugh. They may joke about stuff that's hella funny, but because you haven't forgiven them for things and you don't like them, you can't even laugh at their jokes. You may want to laugh at them and stuff like that, but you can't. You just have to always be mad around them. You know, you can't even smile around them, and that's also a decision. You know what I'm saying? And it holds you back in life. Like, nobody wants to be unhappy that much. Like, I used to be unhappy every day, like, face balled up, like, I mean, it wasn't balled up, but it wasn't a smile, you know. My regular face is like this, like. But when I used to have to be around that person, I just be like, you know, mad, like, you know, everything I did, I'm picking up dishes and doing stuff angry, like, you know, like, I'm trying to hurry up and get away. I'm just trying to, you know. You're tolerating people. You're not being around them and really wanting to be around them. You're just tolerating people. That's no way to live. It's no way to live like that, you know. Life is too short to not forgive and forget, you know. And some people be like, yeah, I forgive you, but I ain't gonna forget. Now let me touch bases on that, because I haven't even touched bases on that. Let me think. Okay, when you forgive a person, should you forget, or should you try to? I mean, you may not forget, but I feel like I'm not going to speak on it, because you have to go through the whole process. Once you go through the whole process of forgiveness and you understand everything, you may not forget, but you'll understand. You'll have understanding of it, a better understanding, so it won't be so intense when you go back to think about it. You know, once you go back to think about it, like before I forgave this person, when I would think about it, it would just make me angry. It's months past what they did to me, but when I would think about that person, what they did to me, it would make me angry to the point where it would mess up my day. I would have an attitude for the rest of that day. Once you forgive them and you think about what they did, it doesn't have that same effect on you no more because you forgave them. And I can't explain the effect it has on you when you think back, but you'll know when you go through it yourself. Like, you won't be so angry. You won't even be angry about it. You know, it'll just be like you will forget. Once you forgive, you will forget. I can't explain it because you probably like, hell no, I ain't gonna never forget what they did. But once you forgive them, you have a different perspective on them in the situation from that point on. So yeah, and that's just, you know, that's just what I wanted to talk about today. And I hope that, you know, we all get to some point in our life where we learn forgiveness. I feel like that's the key to life, forgiveness. You can't live in this life happily without forgiving people, and I don't think you can really go to heaven without forgiving people. God is forgiving us day in and day out, you know, and we can't even forgive other people. But, you know, hopefully, you know, y'all start reading books on forgiveness, Googling what it means, YouTube. I'm constantly now, that's all I want to look at, videos on forgiveness. You know, those key pillars, and patience, forgiveness, happiness, peace. So all those things like that, that's what's been on my mind lately. Like, I don't care about the latest hairstyles, the latest nails, the latest clothes, the latest trends, you know, my career, nothing. Because you cannot live without knowing these things and you cannot live happily and prosper without first going through these steps and understanding them and starting on a journey to fulfill them. I feel like once you start to understand forgiveness, you know, you can deal with people in this life better than how you was dealing with them before. You may not have been able to excel in your job because you haven't mastered forgiveness. You haven't forgiven people, you know. So you're walking around your job angry and you're not happy. You may even quit this job because you're so angry at the people around you and what they do to you every day and stuff like that. Forgive them, and you can keep your job. You know, you thinking that, oh, I want to leave this job because I can't deal with these people. Forgive them, you know. And if a person, once you forgive them, if they the type of people where, you know, even though you forgave them, you still don't fuck with them because of what they, you know. Because once you forgive a person, trust, they may not even forgive you. But forgiveness is not for them. It's for you. So if it comes to a situation like that, forgive them. And then you still may have to leave. So that you don't relapse. You know. And some situations it's like that. Just like with a husband. You may get divorced. You may want to get divorced. You know. And he may just be a cheater. It may just be in his blood. He may just be a cheater, can't get himself together, but you forgive him. Sometimes you need to forgive him and then move on with your life. You know, sometimes you can't forgive people and still be with them. Sometimes it's not, you know, because just because you forgave them don't mean that that's going to make any type of difference. It may not make any type of difference to them. But it makes all the difference to you, you know. But if you forgive a person and they still be the same and still do the same things, you may think to yourself, well, it wasn't even worth it. Forgiving them wasn't even worth it. And, you know, it may make you even angrier. So sometimes you run across people that you have to forgive and let go of. But at the end of the day, you still forgave them, which gives you peace of mind to continue in life. You know, if you leave a person and you leave them angry and you don't forgive them, it's going to always be on your mind until you double back and forgive them, you know. And that may mean sitting down, talking to them. It may mean sending a text. It may mean numerous of things, but you really need to learn how to forgive people. And I'm learning, and I hope that y'all learn also. And I've been talking for 30 minutes and 37 seconds. 29 minutes, 40 seconds, almost 30 minutes on this topic. And I just hope that it really reaches somebody. I really hope that, you know, just like when I talked to my mom and it clicked, I hope that this video helps click to a lot of people, because I feel like the world would be such a better place. I feel like we all living in this world building up so much anger. We ain't releasing none of it. It's just anger every day, and all of us just being built up. You know, you wake up in the morning, the coffee pot broke. You get mad at the landlord. Goddamn landlord. I'm tired of this house. I'm tired of everything in it. I'm tired of this coffee pot. I'm tired of the lights flickering when I turn on the blow dryer. I'm tired of the water not getting cold. You know, listen, I'm telling you, forgive him. Forgive him. Forgive that coffee pot for breaking on you. Forgive it, you know. Forgive it and let it go. Go buy another one. No, but really, and I hope I really get through to somebody. I love everybody looking at this video right now. I don't know none of y'all yet, but I love y'all. And I hope that y'all all have a good day. I hope that y'all, you know, make better decisions today than y'all did yesterday. And that y'all help people, regardless of what they've done to you. And forgive them. You know? And the truth will set you free. That's a whole, I think that's a video I'm going to do next. Because on this journey, I said that to myself. And that's a whole nother video. Forgive people. Part 2 is the truth will set you free. That video is coming soon. I love y'all. You know, like, comment, subscribe. And I think this is what my channel is going to be about. Because, listen, my whole life I've been talking to myself. I could talk to myself for hours, y'all. Just about, when I talk to myself, I talk like I'm having a conversation with somebody that I'm having a conversation with somebody. I'll be like, yeah, and I want to be a better, you know, and I talk to myself. But now that I have YouTube, I could just talk to y'all. And I be talking real shit. I be talking real stuff. Like, I don't just get on here and be talking something that you don't need to hear. People know me. Like, I have knowledge, wisdom that I don't even know where I get it from God. But, yeah. Forgive people, and the truth will set you free also. Coming soon. Like, comment, subscribe. You know, and y'all don't have to tell me videos that y'all want to see, because the videos that I'm gonna be posting is just what comes to my mind. I don't want y'all to really bring me no topics yet. I'm gonna just be posting random stuff that I feel like other people should know too. So yeah, but like, comment, subscribe, and I love y'all. Talk to y'all soon.